In the Christian church, we often use the word gospel. And in the American context and in our culture, most people have at least heard the word gospel. And they would know that somehow gospel relates either to Jesus or to the church. But what is the gospel? The word gospel is actually really an ancient word. It's a word used to describe good news that messengers would bring into their town after their armies had defeated an enemy in battle. But what is the good news as it relates to Jesus? Every single human being on this planet right now is looking for some kind of good news. We are all looking for a message of good news to bring us meaning, to bring us rescue. Some of us look to our appearance or our looks to bring us good news. Some of us look to hobbies or to health or to achieving something in life that will bring us some kind of definition of who we think we are. In the story of the Bible, we are told of a different way to find good news. In the Bible, we read about good news being found in a person. And that good news is found in the person of Jesus Christ. Because in Jesus, God himself has said, I'm going to enter into this world, and in me you will find true meaning and purpose. In me you will find the true rest that you are looking for. The good news of Jesus is that Jesus has loved us so much that he was willing to die for us in our place, to ransom us back from Satan, from our own sin, and from the power of death. And Jesus did this so that we could be restored and forgiven and brought back into God's family as his kids. In the Bible, the gospel is described with explosive language because it doesn't just tell the story of Jesus, but the gospel is actually described as a power. We see a power that takes enemies and haters and turns them into servants and lovers of the oppressed and the powerless. This means that the gospel isn't just a message of good news for our past, but it actually is a power for our lives right now. Every part of our lives is now brought under the domain and power of the gospel. Everything in our life, from our past to the things that we wrestle with, the things about ourselves that we hate, how we view culture, how we view our family, all things are brought under the domain and power of the gospel. We realize that the gospel calls us into life with God's family, with God's other kids, who together are seeing the gospel reshape and reclaim all of life together. And because of the sending of the Holy Spirit, the church is now the sent people of God, sent to be the witnesses to the world of where true good news is found. So for you, what is your good news? What are you looking to today to bring you rescue in the midst of your past, in the midst of your addictions, or in the midst of your own poverty of body and soul? We all are looking for good news somewhere. But is it in the good news of Jesus?